Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, we are back with 3.0 Xbow cycle on Path of Legends. Going to be going for Ultimate Champion League. So there are 11 steps from Royal Champion to Ultimate Champion, which means, quite a significant distance. So I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be splitting my Road to Ultimate Champion in two parts. This one will just be, the Road to Ultimate Champion, where I go like halfway up, and then the next video will be me actually reaching Ultimate Champion. Because I know I made a community post, and a lot of people said you would actually be interested in seeing more Path of Legends videos, especially with 3.0 Xbow cycle, because the deck is finally back with the recent buffs to the archers and the knight, so pretty nice stuff. So yeah, just going to be splitting it into two parts. Let me know if you guys enjoy this type of format, because like I said, I can probably do this every single month. That's what I've been doing for the last few months at least, making videos for every league, like Grand Champion, Royal Champion, Road to Ultimate Champion, and then finally Ultimate Champion, so I can probably just keep doing that if you guys would be interested. But yeah, we see a bowler. I'm going to go for an Xbow with this Tesla, actually, even though iDrag is there, because I do have skeletons which I can distract the Inferno Dragon with, and I can Ice Spirit too. Tesla should do an okay job. I'm actually going to Archers too, just so I can make the most of this Xbow lock, and then I can just go for a Knight on the bowler. So this is probably going to be Graveyard Freeze after seeing Valkyrie and bowler, but this is a really good Xbow opportunity, because I feel like since he wasted both his bowler and his Valk, he was kind of out of all his tanks. Going to go for a super late log as late as I can, so I can clean up most skeletons if I can help it, and then just skeletons to clean up after. I guess I have to Ice Spirit too just to be safe, but as you guys can see, we pretty much already won, because I pretty much just got a really nice lock. I recognize, I know this deck. That's another thing about playing a lot on top ladder. You start to be familiar with the meta, and you know what actual decks are. So I know this was Graveyard Freeze. After seeing Valk and Inferno Dragon, it was probably some kind of Graveyard deck. And after seeing the bowler, I knew it would be Graveyard Freeze. So that was just a perfect Xbow opportunity. Even though iDrag was coming down, Tesla was there to help out. And then I just pretty much got a nice lock. And as you guys can see, you don't always have to save archers for the graveyard. You can go for like a knight, late log, skeletons. You definitely do need a log, though. If you don't have archers, you pretty much always need to log. So that is a big thing. Anyway, going to Xbow just to take the tower, because it'll also help out against the bowler, and it won't really help out against the graveyard, but it'll still be okay, because my opponent is going to have a bit of trouble defending this and just breaking through, actually, because he just uses Inferno Dragon, so that was pretty much a free Xbow. Even though he did a good job of just ignoring it and kind of making me waste 6 elixir, I still feel like that was pretty good, and I can just defend really easily now. I'm going to pre-cycle archers, because I know he wants to go for a graveyard, so I can pretty much just go for the archers, and then if he wants to freeze or something, I can just get back to a new pair easily. I could also defense Vex, but I think it's better to fireball all of this first, because he's probably about to go in. Defense Vex won't get much value if he's about to go in. It'll get value if he just went in for a push, and then I want to just build an advantage, but as you guys can see, I'd rather play it safe, so I'm going to Archer's Ice Spirit, hover my log for when he freezes. Pretty standard play. Every time they go for a freeze, you just want a log to clean up, and then your archers will stay alive, and just easy, really easy defense. So this is a really easy matchup, actually. Even though he has a lot of annoying ground troops, he has the Valk, Bowler, and Zappies, as well as Inferno Dragon, which makes it kind of hard to get a lock. I still think that even if you don't win in single, it should be pretty easy to get an advantage against and just break through. Gonna Knight just to kind of keep the bowler on his side just for fun, and that's pretty much going to be a good game. So really nice win against Graveyard Freeze for the first match here. Just got a really nice punish in single, and was in a really good position for the rest of the match from there on. So really nice start to our video for the first match here. Alright guys, we found our next match against Pharaoh here. Let's see what he's going to be running. We do see Logbait in his clan, so probably going to be Logbait, but I don't want to jump to conclusions just to be safe. Going to go Skeletons. He goes for a Drill. Okay, going to go for a Knight. I like to go Knight in the middle like that, because if they play Drill in this placement, you can get really unlucky and actually still take damage if it's like True Red or True Blue. It's some ridiculous interaction. Actually going to go for an Xbow with this, because he just split his archers, and those are like a pretty good Xbow counter, so actually not sure what this deck is even. Okay, gonna go archers and skeletons, and then just go for a cannon. Gonna try and get a knight down in time if I can to protect my Xbow plus archers. We actually do get it down in time, which is huge, because one archer is alive, and this should actually be a good game, actually, unless he has a fireball to take my Xbow out, because this is just a huge lock. Yeah, archers are not the right move there. He had to go for something to take care of my Xbow. Gonna log and actually go for an Ice Spirit too, just to hold that archer off for as long as possible, just to make the most of this Xbow connection, of course, and then that's gonna be a huge connection. So, like I always tell you guys, if you can get a lock in single, it's pretty much real. I don't always say that, but one lock is really all you need sometimes. So you have 5 minutes to get a lock. If you can make it happen in single elixir, that is absolutely huge, because right now my opponent's in a lot of trouble, to be honest. I might pre-cycle Tesla here, but I'm not sure what he wants to do. I guess I'm just going to split archers instead. I just want Ice Spirit at the back, and goes for a Mighty. Okay, he's going to go really aggressively in the right, I guess. So going to Skeletons cut the Mighty over. Tesla for the Drill. Does actually mix up his Drill placement, which is interesting. I'm going to log once the Drill is low enough in HP to the point where the log will clip the Goblins. And then I think I can Expo because he just spent his entire elixir bar in the right, so he should not really have enough for anything. I don't even think he has enough for a cannon, to be honest. I mean, he might, but yeah, he doesn't. So he just pretty much spammed his entire elixir bar, and that's going to be a good game. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to give up because I don't think there's any point in him continuing from here. But yeah, just really nice single elixir pressure, and got pretty lucky with that knight blocking the cannon in time, I guess. But yeah, I think he is going to give up. So I guess I will cut it until we find the next match because there's no point wasting your guys' time. Alright guys, for our next game against Flying Dragon, 2 really nice early wins start the video out. Gonna give my opponent good luck here. He has 2 20-win badges, so should be a decent player. Gonna split Archer's first play just because I have Expo and Cycles, so depending on what he does, I could go for an Expo with one of them. He's actually not doing anything, so I'm just going to go for an Expo. And the left, just be aggressive, because there's no real risk to this, to be honest, because I have an Archer helping out. Going to log the Skarmy too, and he goes for Balloon. I'm actually going to Ice Spirit to hold it in place, and try and Fireball the Balloon plus the Gang if I can. I think, sadly, got the Fireball down a bit too late, so that was maybe a bit of an overspend, honestly. I would have been really nice to, you know, not take a Balloon hit, then Expo would have been really poised to do well, but obviously that did not happen, so Balloon, Goblin Gang, probably going to be Lava Hound if I had to guess. If that is the case, it should be a pretty good matchup, but I am down a fair amount of elixir, I believe, because I just spent quite a lot. We'll see, though. Goes lava in the back. Okay, when I'm at 8, so I'm down like 2. I'm going to go for an Expo, but I'm going to wait for the skeletons to walk up so that I can actually have them protect the Expo in case he goes for like an Inferno Dragon or something. That would just be kind of helpful, whereas if I went Expo first, he could just go eye drag on top of the Expo and then skeleton would be useless. I've actually made that mistake quite a few times in the past. That's how I know it's kind of silly to do. Goes for arrows on my Archer, so unfortunately he does have arrows, which is going to be kind of tough to deal with, but should still be okay. Going to Tesla for the Lava Hound, and then I actually think I should have been a bit more patient because now I might be in trouble against this Balloon. I'm going to try and get a Fireball off on everything, but yeah, he goes for a Miner, so I don't know if I can defend this, honestly. Going to try and Fireball everything, Skeletons for the Miner too, and then get Archers down as late as possible, or as early as possible, rather, but I think I am going to lose my tower anyways. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, so I think my mistake there, I mean, I wanted to get a Tesla down to DPS down the Lava Hound as early as possible, but I think my mistake was probably just not going for a Tesla on the Balloon. Although he does let my Archer get like 2 hits on tower, which is kind of helpful, I guess. I'm going to have to get a lock somehow. But yeah, in the future, in that kind of situation, you always want to go for a Tesla to snipe the Balloon, and then like Ice Spirit or Fireball it back to keep the Tesla alive. That's what you always want to do. So yeah, kind of tough. Going to Expo though. Let's see what he does. Goes for minions. He's going to Ice Spirit, and then there should be a tower at least, so not too bad. I mean, I did kind of okay. 41, that's a log basically, or an Ice Spirit, I guess. This is gonna be kind of tough to defend though. I don't really like tower trade situations against Lava Hound. I know Betfus does, because every time I watch him play against Lava Hound, he always goes Expo opposite and somehow wins the tower trade. I don't really know how, but I personally would prefer not to get in the situation in the first place. I hope I don't take a Balloon hit there. Okay, I do take 1 hit. That is really bad. Gonna have to get back to Archers and then probably Fireball all of this. I think I don't really have a choice, or I guess Knight and then try and Fireball when the minions get closer might be a better option, because I want to get more value. And then he goes for a Miner on the Archers, I presume. Yes, gonna Skeletons try and protect, and then new pair of Archers down. I do have to pressure on the left to get tower, so I'm gonna Ice Spirit to pressure a bit, and then whatever he does I can log, like if he goes for Goblin Gang or a Skarmy. Yeah, I'll just log and take the tower. So I'm down like 3,000 HP right now. This is not ideal at all. Gonna try my best though. Gonna Tesla, because usually Lava Hound players in a tower trade situation, they do try and predict you with a Balloon like on your Expo. So I'd rather go Tesla first. Gonna Skeletons kite the Skarmy out of Expo range if I can. Nice, good play. And then I'm gonna Archer snipe the Balloon. Ice Spirit to hold it in place, keep my Expo alive as long as possible, because I do need this connection. We actually get a pretty sizable Expo lock there, which is really not bad at all. Although my tower's now at 721. So gonna try and catch the Miner with my Knight. Okay, I think I caught it. Oh, that's actually so huge. If I didn't catch it, I might have lost, because that would have been like 4 Miner hits on tower. But since I did catch it, I think I'm okay. Gonna Archers, and I think I have to Expo with this Knight plus Archers ASAP. He could obviously Balloon to predict, or just, yeah, he does Balloon. I try and Fireball the Balloon back though, and then maybe get a small connection if I can keep the Expo alive. Balloon should not get 1 more hit. Okay, it does. That's really unfortunate. Gonna have to log the Miner back too, because I just can't take all that damage. And I have to be really careful. This is a 10 situation, because if I go Expo into one of his predictions, I will lose. But okay, he goes for a Lava Hound. I went Knight thinking he would go like, I don't know, Goblin Gang or something in the pocket. Does just go for a Lava Hound in the pocket though. Gonna Fireball that ASAP. Archers, he goes arrows late, which means my Archers will stay alive. I think I can go for an Expo Knight to try and catch the Miner. Okay, did not catch it. I have to Expo right now though and try and get a lock. So I'm gonna go for the Expo, Ice Spirit to hold the Balloon in place, log the Gang. Knight actually gets some hits, 2 hits, Xbow should get a small lock, I think, and that's actually going to be game. Oh my god, okay, 49 HP. We just barely clinched the win there. That is actually so clutch against a tower trade situation. Really proud of that win there. Alright guys, for our next match against Marichal, still reeling from that LavaHound game. That was crazy. I can't believe I came back, and that was really only stemming from one mistake in single, which was where I went for the Tesla on the LavaHound instead of the balloon. I think I should have just been more patient and gone Tesla on the balloon after, because if you're down Elixir against the LavaHound push, you usually just want to let it go. And like try and get the most optimal defense possible. He goes for a late Goblin Giant, which is kind of scary because he's probably going to go like Sparky or something behind and let this Expo go, which is actually scary because even though I get a lock, it does mean I'm going to have to contend with a huge push. Gonna Skeletons, keep my Knight alive, then Ice Spirit for the Heal Spirit. Do not want to let that lock onto anything. I don't even need to log, but that's actually a really clean defense. Much better than I thought it would be, actually, so not bad at all. I could also Expo with this Tesla, but I think there's no point because he's just going to Sparky on it, and then I can't take the Sparky out. That would just be a 6 for 6, except I would take a negative trade on it, so no point, I think. Goes Dark Prince to the back, just going to get ready to defend, I think. Stack Archers, and I can log to reset the Dark Prince shield. I think this, with the Archers buff, this should full counter, at least I hope it will, because I don't want to waste my Knight here. Okay, Dark Prince does get one hit, so I know the interaction now. I didn't know it before. I know Archers have some crazy new interactions, though. I'm going to Defensive Expo right away because I want to play this super safe. I'm trying to preserve my win rate, obviously, for Ultimate Champion, so I don't want to go in, like, opposite for sure. I definitely want to just full defend if I can. Goes for a Rage, that's fine. Get a Knight for the Sparky, and then... Actually, that's perfect that the Sparky hit the Tesla, not the Knight, because now my Knight will stay alive. That's actually a really flawless defense. Like, that was pretty much as well as I could have defended. It didn't take any damage at all, so really nice defense against the Goblin Giant. Sparky Rage push. That's going to get one hit on tower if he's not careful. Actually, maybe two. Okay, just one. Could have hoped, though. I think I want to log this Dark Prince, then maybe split Archers to take it out. Or, yeah, I guess I have to stack Archers, because I think Skeletons alone would not do enough. And, I mean, splitting Archers would be kind of useless, because what would the right Archer do? At least this way, the Archers get a counter push. In the left, he's probably going to have to respond to them, because they would get, like, 500 damage minimum otherwise. Archers are kind of crazy right now. Does go for Zap, and as you can see, still gets one hit. Archers are ridiculous. Just going to Defensive Expo, because there's honestly no point being aggressive at all. Like, I'm up 3,000 HP. There's really no need to throw and be super aggressive at all. In fact, I can probably just Spell Cycle him at this point because he let the Ice Spirit connect. Gonna stack Archers in the left, and he's probably gonna Goblin Giant in the left. Yeah, just let the Sparky go, so that's fine. Gonna try and defend all of this. Stacked Archers will be very useful. Although he does have Rage plus Zap, but he actually misses my Archers with the Rage, so they will stay alive. Gonna Archers again. Knight for the mini P.E.K.K.A. Another flawless defense. I think I can maybe... Okay, actually I have to log. I was going to Expo, but I think I have to log the Sparky because I cannot take a Sparky Blast. I mean, I could, but it's probably safer just play safe. And I'm just going to Fireball again. Spell Cycle is definitely in the books right now because all I have to do is just get 2 more Fireballs down. Or I think like 3 or 4 logs in 1 Fireball, but probably 2 Fireballs is the safest option. So I'm just going to Ice Spirit. He has to play something in front, otherwise this will get a lot of tower damage. Yeah, Heal Spirit forced out, not bad at all. Just going to Log Cycle, and I mean, I guess I could just go for 2 Fireballs. I'm usually a bit wary, and I don't Spell Cycle that early on, but I'm just going to go for it right now. Just get back to another Fireball, but try and play smart as well. Like, I'm not just spamming. I'm trying to play tactical too. Ice Spirit far away so Dark Prince doesn't charge. Log the Dark Prince back, and I actually didn't take any damage, so I took 0 tower damage the whole game against Sparky. I mean, that's a really good matchup for me, but still pretty proud of how I played that because I literally took 0 damage the whole game, and he could have easily raged or zapped my tower, so yeah, really nice win against Goblin Giant Sparky there. Alright guys, into our next match against Cheffy. I think this is going to be my final one, which should put me about 6 steps up from Royal Champion, I think, so giving my opponent good luck here. Goes for a Tombstone. This could be Graveyard or LavaHound. If it's Graveyard, I'll definitely Fireball the Tombstone, but since I don't know for a fact that it's going to be Graveyard, I'm just going to split Archers instead. Phoenix, this could still be Graveyard or Lava, actually. Just going to Expo. Let's find out what it is. And I'm actually getting pretty comfortable going for Expos early on. Okay, RG is like the last thing I wanted to see. I've not seen RG with Tombstone in a very long time, so that's kind of interesting, but Archer should do a pretty good job at taking it out. Gonna Skeletons protect the Archer too. Okay, sadly did not get it down in time, so a bit unfortunate. Just gonna log all of this. Then I can Ice Spirit for the Fisherman, so... Okay, we see Tombstone Phoenix. I guess if we see Tombstone, it would have to be Skeleton King, which is pretty good. Although I don't have E-Spirit, I have Ice Spirit, so a bit of a trade-off there, but we'll see. But yeah, I guess against RG I could also Fireball the Tombstones, potentially. We'll see. I guess I just split my Archers here, and he goes for another Tombstone. I could Fireball, I could also Tesla. I'm not sure what the better play is, because I think he has a Zappies, or he has a, like, set of Zappies too. I'm actually just going to Fireball the Zappies. Yeah, there they are. Pretty much just free. I could have also hit the Tombstone with the 2 Zappies, but didn't want to just leak. I just wanted to kind of get the Fireball down, so it's whatever. Then just going to Tesla in the middle. Goes for a Monk. Okay, so it's RG Monk. This is going to be really hard. I mean, RG Monk is a very painful matchup. I'm going to try and activate King off this Monk. If he goes ability, I will log it, and then Ice Spirit for the RG, and then I can get back to a new pair of Archers to DPS on the RG, although I am down a lot of Elixir right now. But this should still be okay. Okay, he goes for a Fireball. That's actually really bad because he gets a lot of damage, but he is not back to his Monk. He's not back to his RG, so I think this is the perfect opportunity to go for an Xbow right now. So I'm actually just going to go for it. He should be definitely lower than me on Elixir because I think that Fireball was exactly at 4 Elixir, so it should be a really good Xbow. And he should not be back to Zappies, so I'm going to go for Skeletons to predict the Zappies, and then goes for them late, going to log them. Actually, want to Fireball them to try and get a lock as early as I can. I think that's better than log. We do get a lock, perfect, going to Ice Spirit to predict whatever. Goes for a log, so yeah, we get a huge connection. Goes for a Monk, just going to Knight. If he's smart, he could go Monk ability, but I don't think he knows that you can still Monk ability, so yeah, goes for a Fireball. That's pretty much a perfect punish, so even though it looked like I was down, you know, like 2,000 HP, and I was, actually didn't look like it, I physically was down so much HP, I was able to get an even better punish by, you know, sacking all that damage. He went for a really bad Fireball, and I just punished accordingly, so even though I took a lot of damage, I was able to come back and make a really positive situation out of that really bad one, so really happy with this. And now I think this game is in the bag. I can just defend well and probably just spell cycle at this point. He goes Monk to take care of my Xbow, which is annoying, but it's not a big deal, because, I mean, he's wasting his Monk, and then if he has a Fireball, I just have to go for my defenses in a pretty smart way. Gonna go for an Ice Spirit and Tesla. He has to pick between Fireballing the Archers or the Tesla. He does go for the Archers, which is fine. Actually, I just noticed I have to log this back because that'll get some chips, so okay, that was unexpected. Actually, I have to hold on. I can't choke here. I'm actually possibly choking. Okay, but Activated King is coming in very clutch, as you guys can see, against the Phoenix. Gonna Archers up high, so he can't Fireball my tower plus Archers. Ice Spirit plus Tesla for the RG, and that's pretty much a really nice push, or defense rather, and I can now counter push with this, and gonna shove my Expo up by 1 tile because I don't want him to be able to Fireball my Expo plus weak side tower, of course. So usually I would always advise against going same lane because you don't want to go same lane and have them spell cycle your Expo out, but in this event that you are going same lane, you can always go Expo in the placement I'm going for, which I do against 2.6 a fair amount these days as well, where you shove it 1 tile up so they can't hit the Expo with the Fireball. It's a bit more susceptible to stuff like, you know, they can easily defend it, but at least they can't Fireball, you know. Gonna defensive Expo and Fireball placement here just because I kind of feel like it, and gonna high Archer snipe the Phoenix. Okay, I have to be careful now because I want to log the Phoenix egg, but I know he's gonna Monk ability in a second, so I'm gonna Ice Spirit first and then log as late as possible to try and take the Phoenix egg out. Okay, really nice timing there, and I'm just gonna spell cycle at this point because why not? I'm gonna Fireball, Knight, Skeletons back to a Tesla for this RG. I'm just gonna go for it in the middle. Okay, misplaced it a bit because the Expo was kind of blocking, but it's fine. I can log the next RG into the Tesla anyways. And he goes for a Monk, so it's gonna be another Monk RG push. Should be kind of annoying to defend, but I should be fine, I think. Especially because Tesla is very useful against the Monk, of course, does not get deflected back. Very nice, and I can just go for 2 Fireballs actually. Or actually just 2 Fireballs and 1 Fireball and 2 logs. He's trying to spell cycle me. It's not going to work out. That's going to be GG though. Really, really nice win against RG Monk. I know a lot of people have been asking about this matchup, and actually have not played against it much myself, but I'm glad. So far I've beaten it every single time, I think. At least in my videos for sure. So really, really nice win against RG Monk there with the Fireball. Have not played against RG Monk Lightning. I'm not looking forward to that, to be honest. But yeah, it's going to put me 6 steps up from Royal Champion. So pretty much halfway there to Ultimate Champ. Really, really nice wins there. Really amazing comeback against the Lava player as well. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.